my name is Kara and today I'm going to show you how to get this eye look using the Marc Jacobs Style Icon No. 7 palette. The name of it is the TEASE. This is what it looks like. I was wearing purple, I was feeling purple, so that's what we did today. If you want to find out how I get this look, just keep watching. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to prime my eyes with a MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Painterly. And this is just a cream eyeshadow, but it just gets out all that discoloration. And it lasts a long time, so a lot of people use this as a base for their eyeshadow. I don't know if you can see the difference on camera right now, but I mean the difference between my eyes is, I mean, it's truly a big step that you don't want to forget. You want to even out your skin tone on both sides so that your eyeshadow does the most for you. So I've got like veins and stuff on this eye, and then this one's just kind of blank canvas. So I'm gonna do the other eye, and I'll be right back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this down on my lid with a fluffy brush using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Press Powder. And this hopefully will help it stay a long time too. But this is just kind of the color of my skin, and this is just to set that down. Again, we're just prepping everything to make sure that we get a pretty eye look. This isn't actually gonna be like part of the color or anything like that. Okay, so now the fun part. So I got to buy this Marc Jacobs Style Icon No. 7 palette. It's called the TEASE. And this I bought from Leanna Smith. Thank you so much for letting me buy this from you. I didn't have to pay her full price for it, which was great. And if you know the person, or even if you don't know the person, I don't know how you feel about that. But I'm all about some discounted makeup, and she said she had barely used it. She had only swatched it, and just purple wasn't for her. And obviously purple is for me. So I'm excited to use this today. I've used it once already, so I'm just gonna create an eye look with it today. If purple intimidates you, I mean, you don't have to use purple to be a cool makeup person or whatever. Oh gosh, I don't think I'm a cool makeup person. I like to try new things out with makeup. I don't care what color it is, purple, green, blue, maroon, it doesn't matter. I do like neutral colors sometimes, but I really do like doing funky colors too. Obviously, I don't know if you can see my hair's not really showing up, but it is blue and purple. If something like this palette intimidates you and you want to try to use it, then I would just watch some YouTube videos, and I would find the things that you would want to use or the colors you would want to use, and just start watching. Just start watching tutorials and just trying to do, you know, just trying to copy it. And you'll mess up a lot and you'll look crazy a lot. And for the most part, people look crazy until they put eyeliner and mascara on anyway. So just try. So today, this is what I'm going to use. Zero plan. So we'll just see how it goes. Because there's not a great transition color in this palette, this lighter color right here is actually a shimmer shade. I'm going to go into this Double Duty Beauty Tarte palette that I have, and I love it. But it's got more of a gray tone contour color, and I'm going to use that as my transition color. And I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm just going to kind of lightly swirl it around. And again, a lot of the stuff that you do to begin with doesn't actually account for what it's going to look like in the very end. So we're just building a base, like you would build a base of knowledge, you know, on something in school. We're just building a base of makeup. And we're just kind of keeping this on the outside area. And I'm not really going in big circles, but I'm just kind of making little circular motions because I want this pretty blended. Now I'm going to go into this gray color right here, and we are going to put this in our crease, and I'm going to use the same brush. Like I said, we're just kind of building color, so we're just going to stay in this outer corner. We won't go past, really much past our arch. We're just deepening up the colors. And then once I feel like I have nothing really left on my brush, I'm just gonna kind of swirl it all around, I guess. But again, we're just kind of staying in this outer corner and we're coming towards the center. And like I said, I didn't go towards the center until I felt like I had gotten a lot off my brush because I don't want it really deep right there. This is always my bad eye. Do y'all have bad eyes? I don't know what it is about the shape of my bone structure on this side right here, but I swear it never turns out the same as this one. And I love how this one turns out. And I'll be so mad at this one and I'm like, I'm doing the same thing. And I don't know if it's because I'm right-handed and this is my left eye, or if it's just because it hates me. But this one never turns out the way I want it to. So I'm gonna take that magenta color. I really like it. It's early in the day, so I don't want like super dark makeup. And I'm just gonna start patting it on. And we're just gonna stay in this outer V. I say patting it, and I'm just here swirling. Okay, so I'm not getting a lot of color payoff, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change to this is a Unique Deluxe brush. And what I'm gonna do is and it's kind of like a flat shade brush. It's not super flat, it's like fluffy still, but I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take some setting spray and I'm going to, it's fully saturated brush with powder. And I'm going to spray and then I'm going to tap it on this outer corner. I don't know if you can tell, but we're just getting a little bit better color payoff. And I think I've about decided to do like kind of like an ombre color. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with this on the outside, we're gonna go this on the lid, and then we may go with this like iridescent-y light purple color on the inner corner. So I'm just gonna keep building that color on this outside part. Now, I haven't put on any of my face makeup yet because we are going to clean this up when we get through. Now, I'm not having a lot of fallout. That's not really a problem. But my problem whenever I'm doing my own makeup is this right here. That's my bone structure that doesn't really meet up. And so it's never the same. So if I wait to put my foundation on after, when I get through with my eyes, I can go ahead and clean this up and hopefully make it as even as possible. We put this magenta color on the outer third of both eyes. And so now we're gonna go in with this shimmery pink color. It's very pretty. And I think it'll be nice to have a kind of a lighter color. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in with my finger actually and tap it on the center. We wanna focus it more just in the middle of the lid right here. So when I have the most on my finger, I'm right here in the middle of my lid. And then once I feel like I've got most of it off, I kind of start to go towards that magenta color, and then that way it's more of a gradient look and not so harsh a line. So I'm gonna go in with this light shade, and this is like almost light lavender color. I'm just gonna put that on my inner corner, or on the inner third of my eye. It's not showing up too different from what the lid color is, but it just brings a little bit more brightness where that lid color had a kind of a pink tone to it. This one just has more of a brighter. Okay, so now that we kind of have the colors kind of sort of where we want them, I'm gonna go back in with this Unique brush and I'm gonna go back into this magenta color. And I'm gonna go into my outer V again, or the outer third of my eye, where this is thicker, this is on its side. I want it like this in my crease. Once I feel like I have a lot of product off my brush, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lightly fan it in my crease towards the inner side. Now, since I'm not looking to really pack on color, I'm not spraying my brush after I put the color on this. I'm kind of wanting to use a fluffier brush and put that pink shade right in that transition part of where the magenta and the pink are. So I'm gonna use this e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm just gonna tap into this. Then I'm gonna, right where it meets up, I'm just gonna kind of tap. I'm gonna go over that crease with whatever pink is left also, because why not? No. The more you blend, the more it's blended, you know, it's just how it is. So that's what we're gonna do. So with this same Royal and Langnickel detail brush, I'm going to get this color right here that I kind of thought would be a transition color, but it is not. And I'm going to take it, because it's kind of shimmering, and I'm gonna put it right here on my brow bone. I'm gonna go back in with my Morphe M330 brush that has really nothing else on it, and it's what we use in our transition color. And I'm just gonna kind of go over my crease. It's so fluffy. So fluffy I could die. It's really fluffy, and so we just wanna kind of airbrush, you know, so there's nothing harsh. So now we've put the brow bone highlight, we've had our transition, we've got our outer third, our middle, and our inner third done. And what this is gonna do is this is just kind of meld it together. We're not really trying to move much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on my eyebrows, and I'll be back. We are gonna finish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a makeup wipe remover, and I'm going to do what we said. So I'm gonna clean up. So I'm gonna follow like where the bottom of my eye is, and I'm just gonna come up and out. See, I always go in a little bit too far. I don't know why. Oh well, we'll try to fix that later. So when I do it on this side, it goes in too much, I feel like. But like I said, we are gonna end up putting eyeliner on, so maybe it'll fix that a little bit. I'm telling you, eyeliner and mascara fixes everything. I'm gonna use this NYX matte liquid liner, and it has a brush tip applicator. It's got a brush tip applicator to it. I really like it. It dries down matte, which is really nice. Now that I've gotten some of the product off, and then we're gonna come at the tip of that, and we're just gonna follow it in. When I pull it out, I like to swirl it around a little bit, and that gets a little bit of the product off, because really if you have an oversaturated brush, it's just harder to manipulate or to handle, and you'll end up making more mistakes. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna fill in this empty space, and this is supposed to be like a waterproof. Both sides of my eyes have eyeliner on, and of course they look nothing alike. This one's a touch sharper, this one's a touch blunter, but also, like I said, we're gonna clean it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this makeup remover wipe, put it on my finger. Oh, we're just gonna, so here we have more than we need. I'm just gonna gently try to wipe away the imperfections. Isn't cleanup magical? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on my face makeup. Obviously I have none on, and I'll come right back. Okay, so I've just been trucking along, not mentioning this right here. I totally was straightening my hair, and I burnt my head with a straightening iron. Woo. Who hasn't done that? So I just realized that I haven't brought it up, but yeah, that's what that is. Okay, so what I'm gonna start with is we are gonna go into that magenta color, and I'm just gonna run that on my lower lash line. So other than mascara, we're completely done with the eyes, but first I'm gonna finish my face because I don't want any powders getting on my mascara. So I will do my face and we'll be back for mascara. So now that I've done everything, including set my face, I'm gonna put my mascara on, because you wanna put your mascara on after you set your face because you don't want anything to kind of move around. Since my eyeliner was waterproof, I went ahead and put it on. I don't like to use waterproof mascara though, so I like to do my mascara after I soak my face with setting spray. So right now I like these combo. I like this combo. I use the Benefit Roller Lash, and then I go in with the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Okay, so I feel like that the Benefit Roller Lash kind of separates everything and coats everything really good, and then the Essence Lash Princess just kind of boom vamps it up. See, they're kind of just all coated and separated. They don't really have a lot of volume, but nothing, roller lash, nothing, roller lash. Now I'm gonna put on the Essence, and this is, I got it from Ulta. It's like $3 or $4. I like to put this on after the roller lash, but I don't want the roller lash to be completely dry yet. So it's not like I'm gonna put this on 10 minutes later, because I feel like they kind of work with each other a little bit better if you put it on while the roller lash is still a little wet. So we gotta have a little bit of clumpage, but I feel like I have more volume at the base of my lashes. So what I do is I go back in with roller lash, and something about this wand just like picks up all the clumpies. So I go back through just kind of the ends and make sure everything's separated. See, it's a lot better this way. And if you do it while the essence is still wet, then you're able to kind of, you know, you're able to take it off some. Very lastly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this Double Duty Beauty palette, and I'm gonna take the highlighter shade in this, and I'm gonna put it on my brow bone just to give it more of a pop, because what was in that Marc Jacobs palette just wasn't poppy enough. Lastly, for me, I like to put on a brow gel because my eyebrows are like, wah! So I like to do it after I've done everything. So there's no more powder going on my face, and that way no powder is sticking to the eyebrow gel. So if you're like putting on translucent powder, even highlighter, you wanna do this afterwards. But I just comb through my brows and I go up and then start kind of going over. And this is the BrowGal by Tanya Crooks, the clear water resistant eyebrow gel, and I freaking love this stuff. So I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink liquid lipstick in the color Lover. I really like this color, it's very pretty. Okay, and this is the completed look. How do you like it? I think it turned out really good. Honestly, the Marc Jacobs palette isn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be, but it wasn't bad, and I still got a really cool look with it. I don't think that this would be worth paying full price for. Hopefully this was helpful to you. You can find plenty of these colors in drugstore brands and recreate this exact look. You don't have to have this palette. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.